Welcome to an incomplete guide to personal growth. We invite you to take a breath and take a listen to our podcast that explores the wonder, humor, challenges, and sometimes those self-inflicted wounds on a journey of personal growth.
Our weekly podcast conversations include stories, resources, and tools that you can incorporate into your daily life. We're the mother-daughter duo of Sydney
and Kelly. Hey, Sydney.
Hey, Mom. And Lauren.
And Lauren, we have a special guest today.
Yes.
Yes,
You're
we do.
Visiting. This is my sister.
Yes,
you're
I'm the
visiting
younger
for-
sister.
The younger sister.
Yes.
I don't mean
Thanks
anything
for
by
having
that
to
other than that. No, I just mean the order of birth.
Obviously, there's
Clarify
some
who's
sibling stuff going on today.
Older.
I just meant birth
Goodness.
order.
This is
Uh-huh.
this is my
Thanks.
younger daughter.
This is my. I'm just kidding. I'm not even gonna say that.
No.
You were going to say my older.
Oh. Oh my
So,
gosh.
No, I'm in Philadelphia. Outside
Yes.
Philadelphia.
This is
visiting
another
Philly.
episode where Mom and I are not in the same place again.
No, it's so weird, but it's yeah.
So weird.
But I come here and I have to have my Philly cheesesteak, so I had that
For the first
Friday.
time?
Yep, it's good. You know, they're just good. They're different here, so because
Like
they're
how
original.
so?
Because
Like,
they're
is it, like,
original, and if you get the
flavored?
bread where they get theirs is so good.
Right? It's like because
Not chewy, but soft. It's good.
Almost like bagels, it's about the dough, you know? Maybe
Yeah.
it's something in the water.
that's
Could
true.
be.
That could be
Could be.
something in the water.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
hope
they
it's-
say for New York.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
scary,
water.
though.
That makes the good bagel dough.
Bagels.
So
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
yes. So you had your Philly cheesesteak?
I
That's
did.
good.
I did. It was really
But
good.
you've been there several times, and I'm just surprised this is your first time to.
No, I've had one before, but I just have to always have one.
It is
Like,
every
Oh.
time she comes, she goes, "Are we having like a Philly cheesesteak night? Like,
Yeah.
when's it gonna happen?" Like, yeah, it'll
Yeah.
happen.
That is so
Yes.
funny.
And then I went to the second largest mall in America.
Ooh.
Yeah, King of Prussia.
King of Prussia is the town, and it's huge.
Yeah, I think we went through maybe a third.
Yeah. And it's funny because we entered on the top level, and it's like that's the category of stores that I can't buy in. And then there's the middle level.
Mom goes, I might have heard of some of these brands.
I mean, they're
That's
like,
funny.
yeah. You can't go to the top level, Sydney, because they have a lot of purse stores. And so,
Dangerous.
yes. So we went there. So that was fun. So,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
second largest because the largest is Mall of America
yes.
in Minnesota.
Right.
Those that don't know, but
Yep.
that's cool. Second largest. That's fun.
It's fun. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, still have a lot to. I mean, it's 3 levels. Like,
We didn't even go.
so
Oh,
much
yeah.
to explore. I don't even think we made it. We made it from to the middle floor and the top floor.
We didn't go to the
We didn't go to the
No.
bottom at all.
No.
Man,
No.
that's cool.
So,
That's fun.
yeah, we had a
shopping.
good time. And so we're talking
Nice.
today, about
Yes.
values,
Yes.
and this high
'Cause
price,
Lauren
that
is.
value is above
How
me.
would you? What are your letters, Lauren, behind your name at this point?
Oh, I am a licensed associate professional counselor, LAPC. Working towards my full LPC. Got some
Yeah.
more hours to go, but
Woo.
yes, I got my master's in science of clinical mental health counseling.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Awesome. So we're kind of using her background a bit today
Yeah.
per episode. But yes, value cards.
Yes.
Oh.
And Lauren had told me about them a long time ago.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
was.
And then, yeah.
Yeah, I was in therapy, and I had a counselor that has actually been a guest on the podcast, Bernie, and she was like, "I want to know your values," and I was like, "Okay, I don't know." And so she gave me a list, and I just like a long list. That the key is that it's like a long list, but it feels like it could be like each thing is kind of like there's an umbrella, and then other words can like kind of fall under it. And so you just have to
Mhm.
pick which overarching one
Hmm.
you want.
Yeah.
So where did you so you first encountered them in one of your own sessions?
Mhm.
Low?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then from there, like now I incorporate a lot with my clients, just like a kind of one, it's a really great way to like get to know your clients and to
Mhm.
understand, okay, like what are priorities and that kind of thing. And then it also is like a wake up call for them to be like, am I living my life by these things? Like,
Hmm.
how am I honoring it in my life? And how are those around me? Do they fall into that category? Do they also like honor or live by things that are important to me?
Yeah. So if you're, like, open to it, what kind of in your sessions made it so that you should like, Bernie wanted you to reflect on your values and stuff?
Yeah, I was in a dark place. Depression was really had a hold of my life. And I was coming out of that. I was kind of exploring that, and she it was kind of like a way for me to get to know who I am, how like the values, how I use the values in my day-to-day life, if I use them when I interact with people. And like, it kind of gave me a wake-up call of, oh yeah, actually, I'm not really treating others how like I value to treat others.
Mhm.
Or like I don't have people that also have similar values, and like maybe not that they can't be in my life, but like maybe they're not as important or like as close in my life and that kind of thing.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. And
Yeah,
then
that's funny because
did
I
you
hadn't thought
find
about that side of it.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
about what my values are, but then the people that we surround ourselves with, I mean, they can
Yeah,
certainly
that
be
is a good way to
different.
look at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah. And then did you find out about them mom because of Low?
Well, I'd heard about it from Lauren, and then remember I started. Excuse me, when you and Charles moved in, I
Mhm.
went back and I started with somebody new, and
Mhm.
Karen, and she was like, she said, "I'm going to do these value cards," because my whole thing was I needed to make sure I had my boundaries and that I was living my life and
Right.
not butting
Yeah.
into yours too much or whatever. And so she pulled out those cards and had me
Yeah.
do it. And, it was helpful to go, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah."
Um, and then I found out about 'em because you Lauren had some sent to this house,
Yeah.
which is funny.
No.
I pulled them out.
And
Said,
then,
"Sydney."
yes, and then mom was like, "Oh, you should look at these and try these and do these." And so it is like looking at the list initially, it feels kind of overwhelmed because you're just like going through I'm like, this is a ton of cards. How am I supposed
It's
to
thick
read?
of
Yeah, it's
cards.
thick.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
daunting
Yeah.
is what
Yeah.
it
And
is.
it's
Like
alphabetically in there.
Oh, yeah.
you did put it back alphabetically. I was like,
I sure
I was like,
did.
these are already open and they're still alphabetical. That wasn't mom doing that.
I was
I
like,
She
mean,
goes, oh, Sydney must have done it. I was like, yeah, that makes sense for Sydney
that
to do.
was
I
crazy.
literally did them and I was like, in my head, I was like, I have to put these back the right way. I have to put them back alphabetically. I would be so mad if I got these cards and then they were sent to me and they were all mixed up. I would be so mad. So I have to fix it.
My goodness, I wouldn't even think about
Was
it.
organization a value of yours?
Never.
This is I'm the one who would literally go and volunteer at the library just so I could put things in alphabetical order.
Forgot
Okay.
about that. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
If that
Yes.
doesn't describe you, like I don't know what
I know.
does.
I know.
I love it.
But Lauren, when you said it's like you have these words and they're kind of like umbrella terms for some, I do kind of get that because when I was going through it, I was like, okay, there are these words that almost kind of mean the same thing or like words that kind of lead to each other. Like, do I feel, oh, what was one? It was like faith, and then there's trust, and then there's secure and all this stuff. It's like, okay, well, maybe I'll take away this word because really, like, it boils down to me feeling secure. Like, no, this word, like, they're kind of it's like, it kind of helps you boil it down in that way. Cause I picked a few, I guess you almost call them synonyms, or at least values that for me, um, like would come from another place or,
Yeah,
that sort
like
of thing.
a
So it kind of helped narrow it down.
yeah,
Yeah.
like there was family, friends, and relationships. And
Mm.
so for me, I was like, well, family and friends are relationships.
Chips,
Like
yeah.
so I
Yeah.
just picked relationships because I was like both are important, but like and then I was like, but relationships are important. And so I was
Yeah.
like, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, well, those are, but some people may see it more as like, yeah, there are relationships, but I truly like family is the one that
Family's
I,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
care about. And so I feel like people can kind of rank them like in their own mind,
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. And so we'll link the
Mhm.
list.
Mhm.
We'll link
Oh,
Brene
okay.
Brown's. I'm just going to read
Well,
some.
what's
Oh, go ahead.
is the list from Brene Brown, or is it like
Yes.
the way you do the value cards from Brene Brown?
No, I just got the list from her, and I'll link the other how you do them. I'll link
Yeah.
that as well.
You can link where you got the cards as well.
Yeah,
just
I'll
in
link
case
it
people-
all. Yeah. But everything from accountability, ambition, authenticity, commitment, community, home,
Mhm.
ethics, kindness, self-respect, serenity, service. I mean, they just understanding, uniqueness, vulnerability. I mean, the words are just, it's almost endless, and you can write your own,
Mhm.
come up with
Yeah.
your own. And what the list that I gave you how to do it was, you have a set, there's a couple options. One is you sort by 3 categories,
Mhm.
something that really strong resonates with you, neutral values, and then ones that are just disconnected, and you just kind of shuffle,
Mm.
and then you go back to and sort them from the first pile.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What resonated, and then you go back again. You try to work toward 5 to 10 strongest ones. And so, I mean, it is hard. And then when you reflect on that, what did I notice my choices? During
Yeah.
during that. And how do you define your values? What is trust?
Mhm.
What is?
No, exactly.
Because
Because
yeah,
each word can like genuinely like yes, there's always a textbook definition and that kind of thing and dictionary, but like it's really like okay, well like one of mine is listening and it's like okay, well how is listening a value of mine? Is it
yeah.
like being listened to? Is it listening to other people?
Mm,
Is it like
Mhm.
kind of reading between the lines, kind of listening to like what's the intent behind what they're saying?
mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. And because one of mine, which is kind of funny, and you got yours too, is home. And it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
home is important to me.
mhm.
And it's like, what is my home? It's not how it looks, it's not how straightened up it is. It's a space within my home it's a space,
Mm.
and it's
Yeah.
my space.
See, that's
And it's a place I go to rest. So
Mhm.
it's what is home,
it,
so
it's interesting because for me, because I home and environment, I kept going in between.
um,
Because I like, yes, I agree with that. And home for me, it's a feeling. It's like
Yeah.
the thing, like not necessarily the things, but like how the spaces around me,
mm,
how like
Yeah.
clean or how disorganized it is.
yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. And I know you had faith on yours,
Mhm.
Yes.
and I had spirituality, right?
I kept going between the two, but
Yeah.
I was like, really, it's kind of like the church aspect of faith too, and I don't feel that as much from the word spirituality.
Yeah. When I hear faith, I hear more of an anchoring.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Or maybe that's not
Yeah.
what yours is, but that's true. Yeah. And so my spirituality is
Mhm.
like, yeah. So there were words that I
Yes.
think I put like spirituality and the card faith together.
Yeah, see,
No
and then
one will
like
know
you
I
were talking
stacked the
about,
cards.
oh my gosh.
Right.
And you were talking about relationships and stuff earlier, Lo. Um and like how you were between like family, friendship, relationship. I have connection as like,
Yeah,
as my
was
thing.
I was going back and forth between that too. I
Yeah.
want to
That's interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like when I was stacking the cards and then I was like, okay, wait, I gotta narrow it down and connections was in
I
there
know.
though.
I think when so you have to go through your cards um like multiple times. Like
Can't just do it
For
once.
sure.
Yeah.
I think I went through them like my first go around. It's like you do. It's basically you're just narrowing them down every time you go through. I
Yeah.
think I did like 3 rounds, but
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some of them, it's like, well, duh, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
They're
it's like I
just
know
not
everyone
highest
else
on
does.
the
other ones
list.
are like, I mean, like these matter to me, but I don't know if I necessarily like value them to be
Yeah.
in my top 5 or my top 10.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be
Yeah.
interesting to do this with relationships, to go, what are your just to,
Mhm.
and you can
Yeah.
also then it helps you honor that other person's values.
Mhm.
Because if you don't
That's
really
true.
know them with their core,
Yeah. Well, and like it helps you know where you
Yeah.
align and like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. And like you said, like the
Mhm.
differences of like, okay, that makes sense for you.
Yeah.
Like I can see how you
Mhm.
live by that, or
Yeah.
like maybe like how you don't live by that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true too.
And it
Um,
started, Sydney, you'd asked earlier, well,
oh
before we
yes.
started,
How
about
it
where it
started
started.
and came
And
about.
it's not, I was just surprised because I guess it's old, but not that old. It was 2001. This W.R. Miller and colleagues at the
Mhm.
University of New Mexico started this as a used to motivational when they were interviewing people.
Acceptance and commitment
Yeah.
therapy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I
that's
just think
cool.
that's interesting that they were probably
Mhm.
doing it experimentally, and it's turned out to be something
Yeah, that a lot of people
that a
use
lot of
now.
people
Yeah.
use. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. So have you used it with any of your clients, Lo?
Yeah, I use it with my clients as like kind of early on in like sessions, especially like a getting to know you kind of a way for me to also like, okay, how am I going to orient our goals therapeutically to like
Mm.
Mhm.
align with your values and that kind of thing, and also to like talk about, okay, well, how do you live by these? How do you not live by these?
Mm.
Where would you like to
Yeah.
see more of this? And uh it's really interesting to see like the differences between each person. Like genuinely I was like, oh, I'll see some similarities, and like I usually
No.
I don't. Like they're all
Really?
very different, and
Oh, wow.
but I always spend time to make sure like we talk about one, like, okay, how easy or hard was it to pick these things? And that's
Hmm.
when I had a client that was
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's like an umbrella, some of them. And I was like, that's such a great way to put that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Um
like that.
And do all ages?
all ages, yeah. Yeah, with like, because I see uh,
What, like
adolescents
teens?
to elderly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so like I've sat down and done it with like with middle schoolers, and I'm like, cool, I'm just gonna throw out some words. You're gonna tell me if these are important, or I'll hand them the list. And
Yeah.
then we like I have them circle or maybe underline, uh, highlight which ones are important, maybe highlight ones that aren't as important, but they still
Mhm.
feel like deserve to be up there.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I mean, and it's important to also note values can change.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
going to ask about that.
Because, like, depending on what
Yeah.
stage of your life you're in,
Yeah.
the
True.
values can be different. Like, maybe like middle-aged, success is a big one, ambition, that kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Hmm.
And then they get older and like retirement happens and that kind of things. And okay, so maybe success and ambition isn't as big on your
Right.
Yeah, it's
list, right?
important.
It's
Yeah.
about what stage you are in your life too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and I hear that, I'm like, I think it's just out of the hardcore, like, you make a decision, you stick with it type of
Oh,
person in me. Like, I don't know if I'd change my values. I feel like values should be constant and consistent. I
oh,
like look at my list of values. I'm like, I don't think I'd ever change them, but I don't know.
hey, I tell you what,
We're gonna
mark
mark
it
it.
10
No, we're
years from
marking
now.
10 years from now.
Because like these are things like trust and kindness, connection, faith, like stuff like that. It's like, well, I don't think I'd ever. I guess I understand. I guess the idea that from your big list of values, like things can kind of change in priority. But I still feel like I'm the type of person who would stick with my same 5 the rest of my life.
So funny. It's funny because you said kindness, and that is you
Mhm.
from childhood. I
Mhm.
mean, I was
Yeah.
like, that has awed me since you were
Mhm.
little, going, how does that just
Yeah.
come out?
I mean, it is, but I'd argue as her sister.
Nice.
If I
That's
didn't
funny.
argue,
Only when you hit her.
Yeah, for real.
I'll never forget when you hid baby born for me.
Yeah.
Sounds psychological
to teach
warfare.
you a lesson.
Well, I
That
don't think
was
it
to
was
teach
very
a lesson.
kind of you.
Oh, was that the kindness of her heart that she wanted you to
She wanted
learn?
me to grow as a
That's
person.
right.
Gross that you don't hit me anymore.
That's right.
I mean, it
that's
worked.
right. Somewhat.
Oh man. Um,
Yes.
so we'll link where listeners can find this. When it comes to mom, how do you think all of this like links into someone's like personal growth?
Okay. Um, One, and we'll use this word again, it gives me an awareness. It reminds me, maybe, because when we don't, I don't know how many times we really name things, right?
Mm,
That we name our values, that my
yeah.
spiritual, that humor. I know humor is so important to me. It's a spiritual thing. I think one of God's
Yeah.
greatest gifts is humor. But when I name
Mhm.
it, and then when I in home, spirituality, community, I don't have my and some of those, then I go, oh, or what are you doing
Yeah.
toward that? That's why you're so off. That's what it's just this awareness
Mhm.
of it, and then it will make me, keep myself in line, so to speak. And I was reading this one thing, and it's not a goal,
Mm,
like home or spirituality is not a goal. It's a value, and that's different. So it's
mm,
not like I'm striving for it. It's, are you living within these lines that you think are important?
mm. Yeah.
It's are you, for you, are you living out of kindness?
Yeah.
Or, and
Yeah.
are the people around you, do they have some of the,
Mhm.
or do they know your
Mhm.
values?
Do
You,
you feel like times that you're off, and you can answer this too, low, if you go back and think through your values, like do you think that helps you realign and like not feel so off anymore?
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel not so selfish, because again, I say home, my space that I just breathe in. I know that sounds silly,
Yeah.
but it's just mine. I come home, oh, I'm just here. And again,
Mm,
it's not about how is it a big house, a small house, is it, it's I've always felt that way no matter what, in every
yeah.
apartment, no place. So it's a space, and it's a
Yeah.
coziness for me, and that's because it's my safe place.
Well, and going
Mhm.
back to like
Yeah.
what I said about when I learned about these values and like identified where mine were earlier on in my self growth and healing process,
Mhm.
like yeah, it definitely realigned me. It was a wake up call of, oh right, actually like I'm not listening to anyone. Like I'm ignoring what everybody's telling me. Like they're like, "Oh, by the way, you should probably work on this," or like, "That's probably not a good thing you're doing." I know because I wasn't
I'm
listening to
like,
her
She
at
was,
all.
yeah, she was.
just
She was an
like so
honest
biting my
person for
tongue.
you.
Oh my God, so true. Anyway,
Yeah. Don't you wish you'd known that earlier?
yes.
But like,
But
yeah,
it
it's, I
does.
mean,
It
it helps you realign.
realigns.
And just throwing it out there because mom had said personal growth.
Mhm.
I just want to say that personal growth
Is one of
is
yours?
Oh,
one of
it's one
mine,
of
and I
mine.
just felt like it was really fitting for this podcast.
Yeah.
That is fitting.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
very fitting.
I think it is. And again, maybe they do change, and that's important to
Mhm.
revisit that and go, oh, well, this, because life changes.
Yeah. And definitely just to, I mean, I think revisit the list just to, I don't know, as a way to keep yourself in check.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a
For
refresh,
sure.
like a hey, by the way, don't forget about me.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. That's
well,
true.
Yeah.
it really is like a.
So good.
Yeah, it is. And maybe when somebody's really rubbing you the wrong way,
Mhm.
and you're going, well, why is that? Well,
Yeah.
they lied and didn't
Maybe is it
care,
hitting against,
because
yeah, one
and
of your
that's
values
maybe
that
one
you're,
of my things is
Mhm.
honesty, or maybe one of
Mhm.
my things is humor, and and theirs
They're not
isn't at
into
all.
being funny.
Being funny, and they just look at
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh man, that
well,
would be
okay,
funny.
but
Oh.
yeah.
Cool. Any closing thoughts you feel like low on
Um, I
value cards?
mean,
Should
I think
probably just
it's
challenge our listeners to do it.
I think
Yes.
for sure, like, I think it's a great way to, like, to do it on your own, to see, okay, cool, what's
Mhm.
important to me, to do it, like mom said, with loved ones, to be like,
Hmm.
oh,
Mhm.
where are we similar? Where's like a value that you have? And like, oh, that's great for you, but like, that's not for
Yeah.
me. But
Yeah.
like, obviously, I still want you to live that way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Honestly, I feel like it's just pretty eye-opening too, because I think there's things maybe you wouldn't have thought of as like,
Hmm.
oh, this is actually like an important value for me, that like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't have just pulled out of my hat and thought of without this list kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are lots of good words on that list for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pulling
Mhm.
out. So there are some action steps. Well, I'm looking
Okay.
for a photo.
Or you want me to read them?
Or yeah, I mean these are some suggestions. Oh, there's more.
Oh, there's like questions for them for values and
Yeah.
actions. Like, what small
Okay.
actions can I do today to live more within the lines of my values?
Yeah.
Like,
Mm.
like, and how can I bring these into my relationship, into my work, into my
Mhm.
self-care? I think that's actually really interesting
Yeah.
to look at how to bring it into
Yeah.
work.
Well, that and
Yeah.
I was looking and I just looked at my list again and one of mine was creativity
Hmm.
Oh, yeah.
is important to me. Now, not the kind of creativity some may think, but
Yeah.
it's I love writing, I love doing different things. Well, how does that when I'm not doing that, I feel it. And
Yeah.
so,
When
like
I
one of this is what's one thing I can do? What's a small thing I can
Mhm.
do to bring that back in to my,
Yeah.
and if one of yours may be creativity and you're in a job that allows none, you
Yeah. How
got,
do you find that
you can
outlet?
align it to look at that and go, well, why
Mhm.
is that?
I do want to
Yeah.
point out though,
Yeah.
because like I feel like we didn't touch on this at all, but
Okay.
one of the questions here was what challenges might arise as I live more authentically, and
Oh.
how can I overcome them? Because like, if you think about it, like some of your values will clash with other people's.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Mhm.
kind of like, okay, well, like, especially in relationships, okay, well, one person is really into success and ambition, and the other person's like, it's not really
Purview.
in
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
purview. And it's like, okay, well, how does that clash? Because like, okay, well, they're gonna go and chase their dreams, and like you want to be there
Mhm.
and support them, but also like, hey, come home. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
be
like
important
be
too. Yeah.
around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
and it's, which is fine, it's so fine to have those
You
differences,
gotta,
and it's
yeah.
just learning how to like compromise and figure it out together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So I would say one of the action steps is look
Mhm.
up, and everybody can Google themselves
Oh,
list
yeah,
of
very good. Yeah.
values. And if you type in by Brene
Brene
Brown,
Brown.
then it'll come up too, but
Mhm.
we'll link it.
Yeah.
I would say look over those because sometimes they're words we don't even think of as a
Hmm.
value,
Yes.
you
There are
know?
some interesting words. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And so to look at that, and then if you can narrow it down, then come up with,
Mhm.
am I? How
Yeah.
am I and how am I not living this value?
Hmm.
You know? Um, I just
Mhm.
think to me, it was just eye opening to go, yeah, I kind of knew myself, but then this was an interesting value to have, one of
Mhm.
my, so yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's
It's a
great.
good activity.
Yeah, I think that our listeners can enjoy doing that and it's something easy
It's fun.
and self growth.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
And then maybe
Oh,
have
yeah.
somebody, if your partner or somebody to do it
Mhm.
too, to go,
Do
huh,
it. Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
kind
Cool.
of a fun
Well, thank you,
activity, I
Lauren, for
think.
introducing these cards to the fam,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
thank you.
you're welcome.
Yes, it
It
was
all
good to
My
started
honor.
started as a Christmas gift. That's what you wanted for
it's
Christmas,
true.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
It came late.
just a
Yes,
little.
but
Yeah, but in alphabetical order. So
you
That's
know
what
it.
I
matters.
just love it. I just
You
love it.
know it.
Great.
But no, it was good to finally have you on our podcast after,
Thank you
it's
for
Thanks.
been around a
having
while.
me.
Thanks for joining us.
It was
Yes.
just right to happen again.
Might. Who
Uh,
knows? That's
maybe.
right.
Awesome. And yes, if you've got ideas, comments, uh, experiences for us, we are on all of the socials.
Mhm.
So just reach out.
And we look forward to next week when you take a breath and take a listen.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of An Incomplete Guide to Personal Growth. There are many ways you can stay connected. Follow us on Instagram at An Incomplete Guide Podcast, where you can sign up for our email list and get posts that delve deeper into our weekly topics. Make sure to subscribe to our podcast page wherever you listen to your podcasts. We would really appreciate a rating and sharing us with your family and friends.
We're so glad you chose to spend your time with us and hope there was a thought, a resource, or a laugh that you can take on your journey. We'll be here every Tuesday for you to take a breath and take a listen.